Let's make some pillow soft condensed milk bread. The softest bread you will ever make. 1 cup of warm milk. I took this milk right out of the fridge and put it in the microwave for 50 seconds. 2 teaspoons and 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. I'm using the traditional active dry. 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm gonna give it a really good whisk and then let it sit on the counter for about 5 minutes. 1/4 cup of condensed milk. 1 egg. 1 teaspoon of salt. Gonna give it another really good whisk. Now we're gonna add our all-purpose flour. We're gonna do 3 cups and then 1/4 cup. So 1, 2, 3. Now just 1/4 of a cup. I'm just gonna give it a quick mix here and then we're gonna add some butter. We have a shaggy mess here, that's perfect. Let's add some butter. 1/4 cup of softened butter. Gonna need some more. Remember to always do what I say, not do as I do. Normally I would use my electric mixer, but we're gonna do this by hand, okay? This is gonna be the sticky part. I have it in the bowl here for about a minute, just while I try to get all that butter inside. And then we're gonna dump it onto the counter and we're gonna continue kneading for like 5 minutes or so until we get a really nice soft dough. I put some flour down and now we're just gonna knead it. We're just gonna keep playing with it. Do we have any like apron makers out there? Like maybe we can go into business like making aprons or something. I really need one. I'm always using my coat. But I would need the apron to say my diet starts tomorrow. The dough is becoming very soft and very sticky, and that is okay. Sticky is good in this situation. You see how it's sticking to the counter? Don't add more flour. I know you're gonna wanna add more flour because it's super sticky. You don't wanna add more flour. Trust the process. The stickier means the softer and the fluffier that bread is going to be. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Oh my God, it's an arm workout, man. Woo! Breaking a sweat. Okay. Our dough ball is so soft, okay? Perfect, exactly the way you want it. That was about 5 minutes or so of kneading it. We're gonna put it back into the bowl, which is greased. We're gonna cover it and we're gonna place it into a warm spot for at least an hour. Everybody's always asking what a warm spot is. Just don't put it in your fridge. On the counter's fine, in the oven with the light on your dryer, on top of your fridge, wherever. Just don't put it in a really cold spot. It will still rise in a cold spot, but it's just gonna take a little longer. This is how the dough looks right now. So I turned my oven on for like maybe 3 minutes, then I turned it off, then I put my dough in, and look at how much it rose, guys. It's been only about 45 minutes. You only want your oven slightly warm. You don't want it to be baking. We're gonna dump it out and we're gonna divide it into 2 because this recipe will make 2 loaves. Just gonna kinda stretch out the dough just a little bit. Gonna roll it. All right, now we got like a sub bun kind of look. We're gonna cut it up so that it's easier to pull apart when it's ready. I mean, you could put it like this in your pan if you like and just cook it that way, but I don't wanna do that. I have just a standard size bread pan that I've heavily greased. I'm just gonna take each piece. So it's gonna look like this. Again, you don't have to cut it up, but I like the way it looks. So it looks like the last one I cut into 8, so I'm gonna attempt to do the same. Da-da-da! Just gonna put each piece into our pan. If it doesn't fit, make it fit. They're both ready to go. We're gonna cover them again and let them do a second rise for 45 minutes. Okay, wait. So this is what they look like before our second rise, okay? This is after the second rise, about 45 minutes. See how much it rose? I also did a second batch, but I never divided it into 2 and he couldn't stay away from the buffet. Just to show you that this recipe, you can make different size loaves with it. We're gonna brush them with some egg wash. Just so no one's confused, this is one batch that I divided into 2. Then I made the recipe again, but I put it all into 1. I should also note that this bread pan is a lot bigger than this pan as well. These are going into the oven at 350 degrees for around 20 minutes, but I'll let you know exactly how long they bake for at the end. Uncle Frank, he's gonna take a little longer. It feels illegal to pee, but I want to. Oh my goodness. They cooked for exactly 20 minutes at 350 degrees. You could brush them right here with some butter, but I think I'm gonna brush them with some condensed milk. People always ask me how I know if my bread is done, and I don't. I just hope for the best. I'm gonna put them onto a wired rack. Doesn't it look so good? I'm gonna brush them with some condensed milk. We still had some left over, so why not? Now you should always let your bread cool, but I never can. So let's check it out. Perfect. This is the softest, fluffiest bread you will ever make. Now I've gone ahead and slathered it in some butter. You won't want to share this bread. This used as French toast. Oh, and Uncle Frank, he baked for 22 minutes.